Good morning, sunshines. You guys, we're in the barn and I'm going to show you our baby chickies. Before we get started, as you jump on, say good morning, sunshine and hashtag GMS. We have chickens, you guys know, right? And our chickies only laid, like the 12 of them only laid, I don't know, 3 chickens. So we got them some friends. So the yellow one, watch. I'll show you guys him. It's fine. This is how you start good morning, sunshine. Whoop, come here. Come here. This. Come here. Okay, the yellow one, that's Up. The purple one is Labadee, and I think the other one is Lilac because they're purple. So anyways, good morning, sunshines. As you guys jump on, say good morning, sunshine, hashtag GMS, something that you are grateful for today. I'm grateful for our chickies and the eggs that my family's inside eating right now, as well as hand wash and sanitizer. Don't worry, I'll be doing that right afterwards. Good morning, Terry. How are you? And what are you grateful for? My dear, we always start our days off with gratitude. As you can see, I'm feeling tremendously better. Like I woke up this morning and showered. That's right. Crushing life already, you guys, taking all the time to myself. So grateful for that as well. And you guys are going to share that on your comments. Okay. Today we're going to chat about how you really have been training for, preparing for, and getting ready for this moment in your life, regardless of what you think, regardless of what you see topically. And it's all about your perspective to the situation, right? Grateful for a hairdryer. Oh my gosh, Terry, I even used a hairdryer today. You're thinking, did you brush it afterwards? No, but like I'm starting somewhere, right? I'll put it up in a wad in 15 minutes. It's fine. Good morning, Shayna. How are you, my beauty? I miss you guys on our calls so much. So you've actually been training for whatever's going on in your world. And as we walk through the journey of life and we're presented with different challenges, if you really sit back and think about what led you to this chapter, there are probably a number of things that were helping prepare you to be able to cope with, survive, or thrive through your current situation. So like, let's put it in a positive light. And I'll share kind of how this applies to me as well, right? Like, let's say that you have like been going through this journey in your career, right? Where you've been learning different small skill sets, and maybe you lost one job, but it led to you getting a different type of job and a different maybe type of like career zone. And then maybe that shifted you to a different type of work. And eventually this presentation of this position you could never have imagined yourself in before is there. And you're like, wow, holy shit. Like I'm actually prepared for this. I never would have thought I could have fill in the blank here. But life's journey, life's chapters have been preparing you for it, right? Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, Christina. I really had to take some moments, and it did not take long, you guys, going through this journey of ours with Whit and John and these different new, oh man, just like, you know, like pathways that we're navigating to understand, realize, and connect with how God has been preparing me for so long. And as I sat back in the hospital that very first time, I was like, holy shit, holy wow, oh my gosh, like God has been doing this for it. And I think it all clicked in this moment where my mom and I were going for, I think we were like doing a rabbit walk. So when we were at the hospital, we were trying to like manage everything and manage Witten's crying and his lack of water and all the different things. So we would go outside a lot and we would like let him look at the rabbits because that makes him super happy, right? So we're like, let's go see the bunnies. Let's go see the bunnies. So we're out on a walk and my mom just starts crying. And she's like, Cal, she's like, I am so sorry. I haven't spent more time with Whit and John. Like I haven't. And the truth is, you guys, I felt a little bad about it before that. Like, right. So leading up to this, Quincy, who's 3 years old, right? He has an incredibly tight relationship with my parents. Like, I mean, incredibly tight. So they do everything together. He has sleepovers. He comes over and plays all the time. And my heart would be sad because Witten wasn't ever, like, he could never come over. Like, they couldn't have them both. So like Witten was always with me. Quincy was always over here at grandma's. And I was like, oh, like I just kind of felt like Witten was missing out on all his grandparent time. And it did make me sad, right? So my mom says this and she's like, I'm so sorry. We just haven't taken the time to be with him. And she just starts crying. And that's when everything like clicked for me. I was like, Mom, isn't it incredible how God has been laying these puzzle pieces out for the journey that we're going through right now for the last decade in order to prepare us for this moment? And what I saw within that, good morning, sunshine, Michelle, I'm still looking for your gratitudes, you guys. So, and I also, as you guys are sharing your gratitudes, I'm curious if you've ever noticed any puzzle pieces aligning for your current situation in life, and if you can share on that. It might take some reflection though, because it did take me some reflection, like I'm sharing right now. So, as I was talking to my mom, I was like, you know what? I said, isn't it miraculous that God took you guys and had you create such a strong bond and relationship with Quincy, so that while we're at the hospital for an unexpected week and we go back in for another unexpected week, he feels safe and comforted and loved at home instead of feeling abandoned, because he had this beautifully strong relationship with my parents. How blessed are we that that happened? So in one perspective, it's like, oh my gosh, like seriously, like he never gets to spend any time with you. But when you step back and you see the bigger picture, it's like, wow, that was happening for a reason, because Quincy was able to manage those couple weeks. And even now, because of the screaming and crying in our household at night, he does like a sleepover every other night. He's able to manage that because he has such a strong bond with them. So I was like, Mom, this was meant to be. This is exactly as God planned. It might feel different, like right where she's got this perspective of like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's like, don't be sorry. That's what was planned for us. And after I saw that, I took another step back and another step back. And sometimes, you guys, perspective takes you, like, instead of just like focusing right here, you have to pull yourself all the way out and look at the big picture, the picture of time, the picture of space. Good morning, Justin. I hope everything's going well. Good morning, Melissa, Casey. How are you guys? What are you guys grateful for today? Good morning, Molly. How are you, my beauty? So when you take that back and you start to look at the perspective, it's easier first, you guys, take it back to a previous experience in your life, an experience that you were like, I could have never gotten through that. Like when you were going through it, you're like, this shit was hard, right? Maybe it was going through college and getting your degree. Maybe it was a breakup that you had in high school. Maybe it was a career change. Maybe it was something with your health. And like at that point, you're like, there's no way I'm going to make it through it. Do you guys remember your first heartbreak? Like when you're like, do you guys remember that? Like you were like, there's, I mean, how do I even cope? Like it was wrenching, right? And now you take the big picture, you look back in time, you're like, wow, I learned so many new things. I developed so many skills. I learned like the type of person I wanted to be with, and I thrived that situation. So if you do it first with a previous situation, it will help you in current situations, because right now I'm in it. Right? I'm in this situation. And instead of waiting 10 years to have the perspective of, oh, wow, that's so perfect, I choose to have perspective now and to back out as far as I can to like see all of the different ways that things are playing. And here are some of the things that I realized, right? If you guys know my story, let's go back to 2008, 2009, where we're going through like losing our businesses when we were in real estate, we were in mortgages, we were like part of that Great Recession directly, like we were in the industries, and we lost our shit, right? We lost our asses. We lost all of our money. We bankrupt multiple homes. We lost the careers that we were going after. John, like doing the mortgage brokerage, that was no longer a thing. So we had this like huge life shift. And at that point, God was setting me up, I know, well, and John, because some miraculous things have been going on with him that I can't even share yet. But so it was setting me up for this position of like, you know what, I'm going to do what I love. And I started to pursue the physical fitness part of it, right? So in the physical fitness piece of it, you have to go around or you're going to knock this down. John Carroll's here. Hi, John Carroll. So in that piece of it, he's going to try to distract the shit out of me, and he's showing me his boobs right now. I'm telling him about your boobs right now. He used to have, never mind. I won't tell him all the stories. Okay, stop showing me your butt. Good morning, sunshine. Oh, dear goodness sakes. Okay, so with this whole piece of it, right? I started pursuing like this physical fitness and like teaching people how to become healthy and starting my own business. And that led me to finding Herbalife, which is a nutrition company that I work with all of my businesses because it gets mad results with everybody. Never thought that I like would be anything like more than just a touch with Herbalife. That didn't make sense to me, but I found out that it helped people so much that became a huge part of my different programs. Continue to grow my physical fitness programs. In all of this, I saw that there was like a financial opportunity where we're filing bankruptcies, we're losing multiple houses, but then we get this whole thing where we create a financial opportunity within that company that supplies and caters to my family. And then I get introduced to personal development, which is how I started all of this, right? The personal development leads me to different forums, leads me to different things, leads me to live videos, leads me to learning about, like our connectedness, meditation, your mindset, how what you think is what becomes, how your words are actually like everything, right? And all of this starts to come together because of this one like situation in 2008. Like God has been setting me up for this for so long, because without all of this, we wouldn't have gotten to I Am Journey. And I Am Journey is literally the program that is walking me through life right now and is everything to my coping strategies, which you guys might watch me like in tears sometimes and think, well, you're not coping very well, Cal, but you are. Like I am. That those tears are a part of my process, a part of the grieving and being and experiencing and having that full emotional release process. Those are good things, right? And because of all of that, it led me to creation of I Am Journey, which is how I'm living, which is how I'm operating through this experience, which is how I'm sharing with you guys, right? And hopefully impacting you to have more happiness, success, and just, general joy with your life, no matter what's going on. And I know that it's happening because I've gotten so many messages back from you guys, especially right in the initial phases, like, oh my gosh, I need your messages because you know what? I went through this 10 years ago and it's giving me different perspective now. I need your messages because I'm going through something right now and it's giving me different perspective now. So all of this has occurred, right? And like, there's so much more, you guys, as I was thinking about how I have been preparing and training for this moment. There's the bankruptcy, there's the finding of Herbalife, finding of the personal mindset piece of it, finding and creating of our company. There's the concussion that we had that taught me like to slow down. There's John and I coming back together, like in our, I love you too, baby, have a good day. Like in our relationship, having Quincy, with Quincy deciding that we were going to have a little boy for him and having baby Whit and John and having having all of them, or like all of the kids, right? To the like a whole gamut of this, to us, like during my concussion, not understanding, like we finally lost our house. It took them a while to take our house, but we finally lost our house when I was in my concussion. I couldn't even like know where to move. So John picked our whole family up and moved them to my parents' house. And after I like came to, I'm like, what the hell are we doing? Like we're gonna live with my parents? Like that's gonna be a shit show, right? But really it ends up being this beautiful thing. And now I'm standing in a barn where my parents' house is right here and my house is right there. And I've got the love and support and this whole different like unity between our family of how everybody's able to care for this little boy and create exactly where I'm at right now. Like it's mind blowing. I'm like, holy crap. Like God has had like, it's like this mad, intense game of chess where he's had all the different pieces and he's been moving them slowly, but surely. And as things are happening, I'm like, why is this happening? Why the concussion? Why all these different pieces? Like, thank you for this experience. Thank you for this surprise. But all of these surprises and twists and bends have been a part of his master plan for me to get to this point in my life, for when we, like, he knew, right? We brought Whit and John into the world and he knew that he was going to be a soldier of change. He knew that Whit and John was going to stand for something, for not just us and our family, but for each and every one of you who are choosing to receive the perception and the change that you can have. He knew that. He sent Whit and John here and he knew what was going to go on with his little head and his little tumors. He knew these different pieces of it, right? And now here he is. Good morning, Miss Alicia. Love you, love you, love you. Here he is being the soldier of change for all of this. And all of these puzzle pieces are finally coming together. And over the last 6 months, you guys, 8 months, I've been delivered sign after sign as I've been asking for connection with God and with the universe and just like seeing all the different things around me. And I've been listening and I've been more open, like to all the vibrations around me. And as I've been doing that, I was getting the message like, wait, like just relax. Like it's going to be happening. It's going to make sense soon. Like just sit back. I was telling one of my coaches, I was like, I'm in January, you guys, I'm sleeping all the time. Like I'm sleeping 9 hours every night. Like I just feel exhausted. And she was like, sleep now because you're not going to be sleeping later. Like, just believe me. Like all these different pieces that are like it's all just here. Right. And I want to share about this because number one, that's miraculous in itself, isn't it? Life is a miracle. Perspective brings miracles. Perspective, it begets, it allows, it creates, it reveals the miracles in your life. And some people could see like, holy shit, your baby has these tumors in his head and had this rare form of cancer and another rare disease and your life's a shit show. Like, why aren't you more pissed? Why aren't you crying all the time? Which I am. You guys see me cry a lot, right? Like, why aren't you going through more spaces? How can you be happy and talking and sharing out loud about this? But the fact is, I've been training for this. God has been leading me on an avenue and an adventure to be ready for this moment, as ready as I possibly can, to do my best, not your best. We talked about this 2 days ago, right? Always just doing your best. And that's where I'm at right now. And I'm so thankful for all of the twists and turns and bends that at one point in my life pissed me off.
They really did, you guys. I was not happy when I was going through bankruptcy. I was sick to death when we were losing our homes. I was not feeling comforted knowing that the bank could come at any day. Like, we're just like, our house is basically empty because we're like, when is the bank going to take our home? Like, that was not enjoyable. Losing like all of my different ability to be on screens for a year because of my concussion, not being able to speak publicly like I usually do because my brain was all twisted up, my words were twisted up. That's not something I thought I wanted in my chapters. I wasn't like, oh, next chapter, let's do concussion chapter. Next chapter, I wasn't thinking that. But God offered all those different twists and turns to lead me to this moment, to prepare me for what we're doing right now. And I believe that the truest piece of that is that what he's offering is in this and where we're at right now, I'm able to be a messenger for you guys so you don't have to experience all of the same things, but you can experience the same perspective twist and happiness and joy in your life with whatever is going on. And I get it. Some of the shit is hard, but back up for a second, back up a little bit more and look down on your life of what it could be becoming and know that there is a plan. There is a reason why you had this sudden like plot twist jerked to the side, and breathe into it, right? Cry if you need to cry, smile and rejoice in those times that you had the cool plot twist, like right where we have Whit and John and we have Quincy Scott and all these like crazy, holy crap, how do you have babies after 16 years when your other babies are grown up? Like, smile at the moments, cry at the moments, exist and be in them, but know that there is a reason why it's happening, even when it feels like, why the hell is this happening? You've been preparing for this moment, whatever this moment is for you guys. I know this was a long one, but I think that people need to hear this message. So if you feel like there's anybody else out there that could benefit from understanding how the plot twists really do matter, just hit the share button and have that out there. Oh, good job, Quincy. Don't worry, Quincy's wearing clothes right now. And by that, I mean his skivvies, but he's there. Let me see. Oh, nice airplane. That was so cool. So you guys, we always commit at the end. Come say good morning, sunshine. Send 2 hearts. Okay. So you guys always at the end, I'm watching it. At the end, we always commit. That was perfect. So if you're committed to taking a step back for perspective, right, then just say, I'm committed. That way you can see how you really are in training and you really are making forward progress. You guys, I love you so much. Good morning, sunshines. We're going to go have an incredible day here. It's going to be just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. And that's all I got. I love you all. Talk to you soon. Let me know if there have been any plot twists in your life that have made a difference. All right. Bye, guys.